Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan. Passing pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
No, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with
You're still
Shep.
quick.
I'm the
You're still
host,
quick.
Braylon Edwards, getting this thing rocking and rolling as you saw on the back wall. Today is Thursday, and it is Shep's favorite day of the week during football season. You know why?
Yes, sir.
It's the return.
Braylon's breakdown. Dun,
As you
dun,
have
dun,
it.
dun.
We will break some footage down, man. We'll talk a little bit about
go.
K-Mays, show some little bit of Isaiah Pacheco, and keep this thing rocking and rolling.
That's
But
gonna be
before we
awesome.
do all that, my right hand is back. Kool-Aid, missed you yesterday. KG filled in and did a great job. Glad to have you back. Shep,
Hey,
what's up, buddy?
listen.
I thought about you in
it's
the
like
gym today,
it's like
man.
a Christmas present for me today. I walked through those doors. I
Braylon's
did not
breakdown.
expect Braylon's breakdown. I got it, and I'm going to tell you, man, I ran a lap. I was like, this is awesome.
They ran to buddies and back.
I thought about you in the gym today,
I'd be
Shep.
sucking blueberries if I did that.
I was getting it in the gym today, and I like
not
to
a
listen
surprise.
to all things when I'm getting it going to work out, get it going. Different music gets you going, gets the energy going. Usually I'm a young Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? I roll with a little Lil Wayne, little 2 Chainz, Larry June if I want to calm down, if you will. But I like to switch into the rock and roll element, if you will. So I said, let me throw on some of that Metallica. Let me throw on some of that Enter the Sandman as you see me in the Jack Daniels shirt today. And once it got going, Shep, it went from Metallica to Nirvana. It just kept going. Motley Crue. It went to, it even jumped into some Alice Cooper. Like, I was like, whoa. I looked up, sweats everywhere. I was tired. I was fatigued.
You are an angry workout today. If that's the case,
I was.
If those are some of the bands, I'm not an like Alice Cooper. I think it's awesome. He's from the
It
state
just
of Michigan.
rolls. I throw like a little.
But I love all that stuff. That's so
sure,
cool.
man.
Way
So
to go.
for sure.
Tons of credit
Giant
because if we went the other way, it would be hard. I don't know if I could necessarily get through it. So
feel
you're
you.
a better man than I am. I got a quick question for everybody,
privy to-
if I can. I got a quick question for everybody. All right.
Yeah.
There's a team that was undefeated going into its conference tournament. It was 31-0. Okay?
Who is it?
They were ranked
Sounds
20th,
sounds
20th
like
in
a
the
team
country.
in Ohio.
Man.
Ranked 20th in the country, and they lost their first game.
Yeah.
They lost to a team that is 17-15, 7-11 in the conference tournament. Now
tough.
what? Now what?
So-
What happens to Miami? Now,
Miami,
before you
Ohio.
answer,
Yep.
let me give you some background for you, okay? There's 365 teams in college basketball. 365. They were ranked 20th.
Is that on purpose?
I don't know.
And that's pretty. That's like a perfect 365.
It feels
365 days of the year. Like, come on. But anyway,
That's intentional.
I digress. Go ahead, Shep.
So they only lost by 4. There were 12 lead changes and 10
Yeah.
ties. Fifth ever team to go unbeaten at 31-0, and first team to do it since Gonzaga in 2021. Here was their non-conference schedule. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Old Dominion, Trinity, which is a D3 school.
That's what Bishop Gallagher turned into after I graduated.
There you go. They sure did.
Trinity Catholic.
Trinity Catholic. But they were lower than D3. Air Force,
Okay.
Mercyhurst, better at hockey than they are at basketball. Arkansas Pine Bluff,
I know that school.
UNC Greensboro,
Okay.
IU East. That's Indiana University East. That is an NAIA school.
What's up with Indiana and all the weird schools?
I don't know.
IUPUI.
They've got a lot of them.
Got a lot of
People
those.
think Michigan's got a lot. Not as many
Nah.
as Indiana. At least it doesn't seem that way.
IU
Maine
East.
Black Bears.
So is there IU West?
Good question. Maybe South and North. Could there be?
That's fair.
I haven't looked it up. Maine Black Bears. Again,
know
better
Maine.
at hockey
I
than
got that.
basketball. UNC Asheville, Eastern Kentucky, and a place called Mulligan College.
Yep.
You're familiar, huh?
No, I am not.
I'm sorry.
But I like mulligans on the golf course. So
No.
I was signing up for the mulligan aspect of it.
I need a lot of
From
those.
mulligans everywhere.
Not shooting 39, man, out there at Rolling Hills, but I digress.
But they're an NAIA school.
Yeah.
All right? It's a small Christian college. That's their non-conference, and we all know the Mid-American Conference, and I'm a MAC guy. It's not like you're writing
Fire up.
home saying, you know what? I just got 5 offers from the MAC. All right? Which I give people credit because it's a D1 program. Anybody who plays college athletics in general, to me, elevated, right?
Realistically, Shep, I don't know. That's a lie. One of my top 5 emotions and elations was when I got my first scholarship offer, and it came from Kent State. Excuse me, not Kent State, Akron.
Akron.
Akron Zips.
Yep.
So I was elated to be getting an offer from a MAC school. So don't dismiss the MAC. I was very excited.
I believe it's Josh Cribbs, right? Isn't that?
He's Kent State. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
K-State. Okay.
Yeah. Akron would have been Charlie Fry, who ended up being my quarterback.
Ironically enough.
Yeah, but Akron was my first offer, and I was like, holy, like this is it. I'm going to college. Like this is legit. This is respect.
You should be happy.
I was happy.
You should be proud. I mean,
it's like going in the summer, going in my senior
anybody
year.
who plays Mid-American Conference, I mean, you're a hell of a player. Period. Full
then
stop.
It was like Michigan State. And I
What,
was like,
yeah, but what I'm saying is you're not getting a bunch of different teams from the MAC into the NCAA tournament.
Nah.
Okay. 68 teams.
Okay.
You're probably you're getting the conference champion on all likelihood.
Yeah. So where
Are you
they?
taking Miami? Do you think they deserve to be in there knowing that somebody else is going to win that MAC tournament and they're getting the automatic bid? Are you okay with that?
They can be a play-in.
Playing.
Like, so what is it, 68 now?
68.
And like now it's those 4 at 67, 66, and 65 to fight to get into the tourney. Is that kind of how it
I
works?
believe that's how it works.
They
yeah.
could be one of those teams.
So
Like,
they're going to Dayton.
Yeah, 100%. Because
Okay.
unfortunately, going into this, the conversations, where should they rank? Should they be at 8 seed? Should they be at this seed? Should they be a part of it? That was all predicating on winning the tournament. That was all predicating on going undefeated, continuing, winning the tournament as well to add to it. Now you lose. And not only do you lose, you didn't lose in the championship round. You didn't lose in the
Right.
semi. You lost in the opening game.
Yeah.
With that being said, we appreciate the 31 wins, so we'll put you in one of those 4 spots in the play-in, but I don't put them as an automatic bid.
Fair enough. I do wonder how other teams like USC, Cal, VCU, San Diego State, those 4 are considered the first 4 out.
Right.
Those schools, I wonder how they would feel about Miami being one of 2 teams from the MAC to get in. Kool-Aid, would you?
What's USC's record? Realistically.
USC, I think, is ranked 52nd in the country.
Yeah.
Okay. For what that's worth. That's the latest that I saw. And overall, it's a team that has not played well this year.
Yeah.
But overall, they are 7-13. They are in the conference 18-13 on the year. 18-14.
I know they played against a lot of blind individuals and a lot of deaf individuals and all the things, and that's why people are frustrated with Miami of Ohio. But they're still 31-0. And they still with 31 wins in a row. They got business done. They won the regular season outright. I think that deserves to be celebrated. And celebrated is putting them in a play-in type situation. I think teams like USC that have a problem with that at 18-13 play some better basketball. Like get me a couple more wins. Get me to 24 so you're not in this situation. Win 6 more games. So, yeah. Play in, though.
I've never liked the conference tournaments. I don't like college football tournament either, the title game. And I think it's because it's one huge money grab.
Yeah.
You're not getting rid of those tournaments. Conferences are not getting rid of those tournaments for a reason. Okay, it's extra revenue. Understood. I think the body of work of what Miami has been able to do during the regular season speaks more volumes, louder volumes, than it would in, a 4-game run in the postseason tournament. Kool-Aid, would you let them in?
Ooh, no love for the MAC.
31-0 now, 31-1.
Look at you over there. Hey.
It feels like they're supposed to be there, but based on the way March Madness goes, this is sometimes the way that it goes. Ooh. And so for me, I think you have to hold the guard if you didn't meet the qualification. March Madness is about the upset. It is about sometimes a top seed having an opportunity to be hit. And I think that that's kind of what makes March Madness that much more special. Now, I feel like they should be there. I feel like if you want the best tournament, the best talent, then yes, they should be there because they've proven all season effectively, except for one game, that they were absolutely the best team. And I've had an opportunity to play against some of these NAIA teams and even Gallaudet.
Talk to us.
Dog. And I'm gonna be through with you. Gallaudet smacked us. They smacked us. They were so insane.
No 63 that night?
No. Not at all.
63 that night?
No, I was a freshman too. We had no idea.
This
But
is true.
it's hoopers everywhere. You know, and
So,
it's
here's
awesome.
what I would ask people to keep in mind. Let's just say, let's say Kent State wins the conference
Golden
tournament.
Flash is a hell of a name.
That's a team that won 17-1 in the MAC and 26-5 during the regular season. That's pretty impressive. Okay, and played some better competition.
Also, too, considering, you know, like you said, Kool-Aid, people can hoop. I feel like it's like that like the old school book you read to your kids, everybody poops. Look, everybody can hoop. Realistically, you get a college, you get a scholarship, you can hoop. I think what we're missing is the fact that people are going to different schools, but the landscape, the NIL, the transfer portal, things of that nature. I'm sorry, that's in my playlist from working out earlier today. But I think the trend, I think the skill has been, you know, spread out evenly throughout, you know, the nation. So you look at the team that's 31-0 in this landscape. It's not just that's Miami of Ohio, it's the Red Hawks. Nothing come out of there since Ben Roethlisberger. No, wait a minute. This is a different day and age. So I would take that into consideration a little bit.
Wally Zerbiak.
Hey.
Ron Harper played against Dan Marley, you know, when I went to school at Central Michigan. Look, the MAC has put out
Before
some,
he hurt
some
his
good
knee.
players. Yeah. I mean, outstanding.
Cleveland Cavalier, Ron
I'm
Harper?
telling you, man, those matchups in the MAC back in those days, those were awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome battles, for sure. Ben Poquette, guys like that. Anyway, wanted your thoughts on it. That's good. But Akron, like I said, 17-1, 26-5, pretty impressive. Cam, would you let Miami into the dance, or do they have to earn their way in a play-in game, or not at all?
Shep, they are in. Let them dance.
You're letting them dance.
Yes.
What music are you playing?
Ooh, there you go. One shining moment.
Yeah.
You got to play it early.
They're going to need it.
Well,
They're gonna need
100%.
it. So you would have two teams from the Mid-American Conference if Cam were the commissioner.
Yeah, it's 66 teams in there. I'm not tripping.
Right.
Like
Okay.
66, other teams in there. Like every year we add 2 more teams. There's 4 more teams. So.
Yeah, they added that 4 in, that first 4.
This isn't like
last 4, whatever.
This isn't 10 years ago where it's 62. Or
Right.
60.
That's
60,
true.
Yeah.
That is a good
62.
point.
Yeah, 62.
Yeah, 62.
Yeah,
It's
60
It's
62.
68 now.
6 extra teams.
Yeah.
I'm 31-0. You lose in first round. It sucks, but
Yeah, I do think there are some teams that will have a gripe, though.
I agree.
There's going to be some bigger conference schools that have an issue,
yeah, just like they had issue with SMU being in the playoffs 2 years ago.
as did we.
Yeah, same. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, for what that's worth, they are now starting to bite their nails probably just a little bit more. Okay, Miami is.
We gotta get our bracket together, man. Like we should have a show, like the show before or whatever it is, man. Like we should like do our brackets on the show, the whole 9 yards. Make sure we chart our brackets in the background, what people pick, because people like to change their brackets and things like that, man.
Oh.
I think it'd be fun to put on the board on the show.
Lock it in stone.
You feel me?
I feel that.
Are you a multi-bracket guy when you, or just the one?
I used to be.
I'm just like wherever I'm at. So like if I'm at this network, which I have been for 5 years now, which is crazy, we'll do a bracket here. And maybe there'll be one other one, but that's like a family homeboy type situation, but no more than 2. One for the network and then one for like family and friends.
Yeah, I just meant if you're at the network, are you putting in more than one bracket?
Nah.
There's a lot of people who put in multiple brackets to cover themselves. You know what I mean?
I don't like the multiple bracket thing. Like at the end of the day, just make a decision and go with it. Don't like, well, I like 30 of these picks, but I'm on the fence about 15 of them. So maybe I'll just pick the other 15. I don't do that, man. Just
Okay.
lock and
So
load it.
If that were the case right now, if you had, and I know we're not doing it yet, but we will do it. That'll be a lot of fun. Who would be your 4 1 seeds? Are those etched in stone for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, University of Michigan. Mm-hmm.
Go
The team that beat Michigan, Duke. Well, I guess they lost 2 games, but team that beat Duke will get it for me. And Arizona, can't deny what Arizona
for
has
sure.
done.
Yep.
4th spot is interesting. Give me some options. UConn lost their 4th spot by losing this past weekend.
That's still open for you. You're saying it's
Yes.
okay, because
I forgot you kind of lost. Oh no, it's not as close. Florida.
that's what I was just going to say.
Florida.
The next team that I would strongly consider would be Florida.
I don't think anybody paid attention to Florida, and at the end of the season, starting maybe mid-January, if they went on a run and they just quietly did it down there in the SEC, they quietly did it until you look up where I don't think they've lost a game since February.
Yeah, I think they've won 11 in a row.
Yeah, they're
So,
playing great ball.
yeah, they're
Closed Alabama. They beat the brakes off of Kentucky.
Alabama and Arkansas are pretty good in the SEC too. Yeah.
That's the thing about everybody talking about Michigan, like, oh, they're just buying their way in terms of the NIL. Like, money, just throwing money at a problem, like, it doesn't always solve the problem. You still have to have other things in effect. Because Kentucky, they threw a lot of money at the problem this year. They finished 9th in the SEC.
So did BYU.
That's what I'm saying. And
BYU threw a lot of money.
And Kentucky finished 9th in the SEC. And outside of Alabama, what is BYU doing? They're okay.
I don't understand people getting caught up in throwing money at stuff in college athletics
because they don't have it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? People that don't have it, they want to complain about it.
Yeah, and I guess to a certain extent I can understand that.
Yeah.
But this is the way the game is played. No pun intended. Whether we like it or not, and I don't like it, but if those are the rules, and you get a school taking advantage of it, you're just jealous.
Yeah.
You're not angry. You're jealous is what it is. I had a disagreement with somebody earlier this morning about this very topic. And they were complaining about a certain school using the portal, using NIL. And I said, okay. But you were the same person who was criticizing Dabo Swinney for not using the portal in college football and letting Clemson down. So which is it? You're mad because this team's successful for using the portal? Or you're mad that guy wasn't successful because he didn't use the portal? Which is it? You can't have it both ways. If you want to stick to your principles and say, I don't believe that you should be using the portal, you should be using the high school networks that you've created.
Shep, you know what that is. At the end of the day, it's who you like.
Exactly.
Like, if you like one guy and he's not doing a certain thing, then that's what it is. If you don't like a guy that's doing a certain thing, then you hate that thing.
Yeah.
It's all about who you like. And unfortunately, they like a guy that's losing right now as opposed to the guy that's winning.
Yeah. I'm not going to say who it was. I'm just saying I found it very interesting that the complaint was about certain teams down south in college football and that Dabo Swinney let Clemson down. I'm not a big Dabo Swinney guy. Don't get me wrong.
Same.
Okay, but if he's not using what you consider to be an important resource to improve his football team, but another guy is in a different sport but in a different part of the country, why are you mad at that guy and not carry over that emotion that you had for the college football coach?
Dabo Swinney to me is the college football version of Jay Wright. Only difference is I like Jay Wright.
I like Jay Wright a lot.
Like Jay Wright capitalized in a quick spot, quick saying he had one of the best rosters of all time. His roster's still kicking ass in the NBA. Mm-hmm. They won 2 chips, 3 years. He saw the landscape of college basketball. I said, you know what? They can't say anything about me, but I'm an icon, so I'm out.
Amen.
I'm going to CBS. Dabo Swinney, he won 2 championships in a 5-year window. Looked great, had a lot of great recruits in that area. He stayed. He thought it was him. He thought it wasn't what it was. Thought he was better than what he was, and now he's struggling. And now he's complaining. Now he's grasping at all straws. One guy got out. One guy said, you know what? It's all about me, baby. Nah, Deshaun Watson and all those guys had something to do with that.
Good story with Jay Wright.
Trevor
Michigan is playing Villanova. I walk into his office, and I was wearing what I consider a pretty nice suit, but he dresses to the nines. Okay,
1,000.
So,
that's that mafia.
So I walk in there. There's 3 guys in his office on a couch, and I really thought I was walking into the back room of Goodfellas with the way these dudes were dressed.
Pennsylvania, Philly.
I looked around, and Jay Wright says, "You fit right in." I said, "I don't have that pinky ring. All I got to do is interview you for 2.5 minutes."
Bling, bling.
Not Shep with the pinky ring.
All right, so now we got to get Shep a pinky ring.
Yeah.
It is up to us. We have to get Shep a pinky ring so he can fit in next time we see Jay Wright. Hey, Jay. There you go.
The only thing he didn't say to me was, "Go get your shoebox, your shine box," like in Goodfellas.
Jay Wright will go down in history for how he responded to arguably the or one of the craziest moments in March Madness history. Like UNC goes down, hits the shot to tie. You see Jordan go crazy in the sideline, and then they come down in 4.5 seconds. And legitimately, as soon as he pulled, I always forget his name. As soon as he pulled, you knew it was going in. Jay Wright acted like he knew it was going in from the time they took the ball out. That joker said, "Hey, how you doing? Good job. All right. I know we won, but I would have lost my mind."
Me too. He didn't pull an Eric Musselman. He didn't take his shirt off.
Nah.
He didn't start to go crazy. He didn't do a PJ Fleck and dive into his team in the locker room by set up, making sure all the cameras were rolling when he did it. He just calmly and coolly said, "That's who we are."
He acted like he had been there before.
Right
And guess what? That was only his first one. Now, the following year, you know who they beat for that one.
Yeah. I'm well aware of it, unfortunately, at least from my standpoint. Otherwise, I might be wearing that pinky ring, but a different type of ring. All right. When we come back, we're going to dive into some football, man. Super excited for today.
Football?
Yeah, super excited today. Lions have some news. Okay, so we'll get to that. We're going to
what? I'm not going to be that guy today.
No, I understand.
I won't be that guy.
You do have to fill out a roster, so we'll bring that up. We do want. We're going to do a little bit of basketball here first.
Can I add time?
Because
roster?
Braylon's going to build his team. We're going to build it with Bray. Okay, not bricks. We're going to build a team with Bray. We do this once a week, and then put Bam Adebayo's 83-point performance in perspective with some other sports. We'll do all that. Press Braylon's breakdown. We've got the doc coming in a little bit later on. The most loyal NFL fan bases and Bray's top 5, top 10 free agent signings so far this year after Ven Johnson.
Bam Adebayo ruined 83 for me. Like, you know why I love 83? 1983, a star was born. Now when I think of 83, I can't even think of the year I was born. I got to think about him having 83 points. Jesus Christ. Let me tell you about Ben Johnson. VEN Fights. Here's the guy for you. Get him in your corner when things go bad. You want to call out, you want to reach out to Ben Johnson Law. Make them the first call you make. Get in touch with them ASAP, because once you have them in your corner, the fight has just begun. Whether it's a settlement verdict, it doesn't matter. They want all the smoke, so hire them. Get them on board, get them the information, and let them do what they do. Fighter, call him today.
This Saturday is a big day, man. It's March 14th. Yes, it's my wife's birthday, but it's also the Romeo Lions Club St. Baldrick's Festival. That's what it is. It's the Romeo Lions Club St. Baldrick's Festival. Art and Jakes is behind it 100%, helping find a way to research childhood cancer. You can get involved too. How? That QR code that's on your screen, just click a quick click of it right now, and you can donate what you think you can. We'd appreciate that. Or just go to the website, romeosb.com. There is no better way to contribute just a little bit of money than to help children who are fighting cancer. You do that with the Romeo Lions Club, St. Baldrick's Festival, and Art and Jakes. They're in the community doing what's right.
Let me see.
Now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. Venfights.com.
Any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill sub-zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill sub-zero.
It's game on at Art & Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art & Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
You see the guns. You see what time it is, man. You know I'm at Planet Fitness getting my workout in because my fitness is essential just like yours. Come do it at Planet Fitness. There's no better place. We're all strong on this planet. And you know that planet is Planet Fitness. But with 50 metropolitan Detroit locations, come on down. They're all around. Purple and gold is everywhere. Just starting or continuing, it doesn't matter. Do that at Planet Fitness. Do it at Planet Fitness where the gyms are squeaky clean, where there is no judgment. And there's trainers on staff. So I don't know about you, but I'll be at Planet Fitness tomorrow. Will I see you?
You're doing it right.
You feel me?
I do. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea does it right too, and they do it right in a way that it's clean, it's crisp, it's real. Okay, like real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles. It's quite honestly, it's refreshing, and it's not going to weigh you down. 100 calories, and yet it's 4.5% alcohol. Tastes good, looks good, and you feel good with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea.
And we back.
And we're back.
We are back.
Feeling good, man.
Yeah, I feel good too.
Sun's out.
It's great. I mean, it does change your mood. Would you agree with
Completely.
that?
I would.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
You feel me?
Here's what will change your mood, though, depending on how the Pistons do against the Sixers tonight. Should be a win. Sixers have lost 3 in a row on the road. And the Red Wings against Tampa. That will be much more challenging, for sure.
Now, Bray already got his victory shades on, so I know we good tonight.
Talking about the Pistons?
Yeah.
I don't even think VJ Edcom is playing tonight. So.
And Maxey got, what, the pinky injury now?
Pinky,
tendon or something?
So is he out tonight? Tyrese Maxey, is he out?
Edcom's out for sure. I don't know about Maxey.
Yeah, no, they didn't send that yet.
Because that would be a pretty fortunate opportunity for the Pistons yet again to do that. I did say, and this is not exactly where I was going to go, but you brought it up, so I think it's worth leaping off. When you look at the national scope, did you watch any basketball last night? I watched a little bit.
I did.
Yeah, you're flipping around.
NBA's got to stop with, like, I don't want to get
Go
into
ahead.
it. Like, no, just the Jaylen Brown situation, like,
Uh-oh. You don't like him?
No, I like Jaylen Brown.
Oh,
NBA doesn't like Jaylen Brown. Sponsors don't like Jaylen Brown. There's
Why?
bigger things to Jaylen. Because Jaylen Brown, like, he talks. He
talks.
Like, he
Off
doesn't
the court.
mind saying what he feels. He doesn't mind what saying on his mind. And he's not just like a player that's just saying some stuff to say some stuff.
Yeah.
He's super intelligent. So the things he's breaking down, he knows how to say it, what to say it. He knows everything behind it. People, a lot of times, let me not use people. That's wrong. Sponsorship, franchises, a lot of time, organizations, they don't like it when you're that smart.
You're right.
They don't like it when you have things to say like that. It's no way possible. You got a guy that is arguably going to win MVP, playing against a team that is arguably going to be in the finals, against an alien that is arguably going to be the best player in this game next season, moving forward.
If he's not already.
100%. And you kicked Jaylen Brown out of the game because of some comments made. You wouldn't have kicked Jason Tatum out of the game. But you kicked Jaylen Brown out of the game. And you just got to stop. Like, you don't take away from that game Jaylen Brown versus Wemby, all that game can be because of some political nonsense, if
that
you
was
would.
Tuesday night, though,
Yeah,
right?
Tuesday night.
Right.
But I saw the highlights and I went back. I didn't get a chance to see it yesterday.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, like.
I didn't watch that game, so you're educating me a little bit here. I want to see the best players in the league, and the league should want to showcase that.
Yeah.
I know how Steve Kerr feels about that, because obviously he wants 10 less games and wants to be another candy ass. But I don't
tell it like
you played with Jordan, Steve. What are you doing?
He's become one of the most insufferable human beings I've ever seen on this planet. But Victor Wembanyama and Jaylen Brown, I want to see those guys play.
Yeah.
Okay. Last night, while watching, you watch a little bit of this, you watch a little bit of that, different games, Cleveland and Orlando.
Thank you, Italy.
And yeah, thank you, Italy. I was flipping back and forth between that. Orlando beat Cleveland last night, by the way. But anyway, you see the national media, and they're talking about teams in the East, and they're talking about New York, Cleveland, and Boston. And I'm not, I'm going to be offended here. I'm not a snowflake, but I do wonder, maybe I just picked them up at the wrong time.
Okay.
And they had already talked about Detroit, but I'm wondering if anybody else is recognizing that like I am while watching national. I'm not looking for it, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a softie here. I'm not looking for it. I'm just wondering why you think they're omitting the Pistons more frequently. Is it just understood, do you think?
I'll go first, and then I'll let Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I know Kool-Aid. I'll let Kool-Aid calm down. Formulate his words, because he's coming hot. For me, I think it's one. I don't think they ever fully subscribed into the Pistons. They didn't like the Pistons. They didn't like the Pistons that they were number one. They don't want the Pistons to represent the East, like whatever it is around our city. I always go back to them not liking the Detroit Pistons, whether it's the NBA, whether it's everybody involved. I know you don't subscribe to that. I subscribe to that maybe more than I should. But looking at it, you're looking at a team that they didn't want to be in the finals, that they didn't want to be the number one seed, that they didn't want to talk about. They didn't want to give Cade the credit and the credence where his game has evolved, where he's gotten to. He's now mentioned in a certain conversation. They don't like that. And then you still had the things that we pointed to all season long so far. Where's the number two guy? What's the shooting going to be like? How can they space the perimeter and play better defense? Like, we've been asking these questions. Now, since you've had Beef Stew back in these last 6 or 7 games, Pistons haven't looked good at all. The Pistons haven't looked good at all. So I think it's a mixture of not wanting this team to be there, and then 2, having similar questions to what we already had, and 3, now watching and then like, yes, they're not there. And then I think they're taking that and they're going a step above. When they're on these broadcasts, they're making sure that you don't think about the Pistons. They're making sure you don't think about Cade. But I think it's a mixture of all those things.
I agree with that. I do, and then I want Kool-Aid's thoughts. I do notice, look, Shaquille O'Neal has pumped the tires of Cade Cunningham. There's other members on a 4-letter network that have done that quite a bit. This is the national scope, I believe, it comes back to, have you proven it to me?
Yeah.
And that's my issue, because we all want validation on our beliefs.
Right.
I think a lot of, and this is specifically play-by-play and the color analyst. This wasn't a studio host. This wasn't a talk show host. I'm not going there. But they were more, I think the feeling is that the Pistons haven't won the playoff series that everybody is looking for in order for you to make me a believer.
That's because they haven't won a playoff series.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, not even one.
Right. And when Trajan Langdon is willing to say that, and I think other people are willing to jump on board with that and say, he's right. I am not buying in until the tournament begins and they show what they can do in a postseason series.
In the last 5 games, do the Pistons look like a better team this year or last year around this time?
The last 5, that's pretty selective. The last game they looked really good. The previous 4, not so much. So I would say a year ago. But that's just the last 5 games. In general, you're 30-13 against the East.
Yeah.
You have the most wins in the conference, the most home wins in the conference, the most road wins in the conference, and the most conference wins. The 4-game slide is okay. I think Oklahoma City went through a really tough spell earlier this year. Now they have the most wins.
They did.
I'm not worried about it.
They didn't have Hardenstein. Well, I know you don't play that game, but they didn't have literally four of the 5 of their stars. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I think also, Shep, we live in a different era, and what I mean by that is nowadays the season isn't taking so much seriously. Like, people don't take the 82 games in the NBA. Kool-Aid is what they don't take it as serious as they once did. Hell, 10 years ago.
I think you're right.
15
you're right.
years ago. 20 years ago. Like, every game you had to come to play, at least 65 of the 82, you had to strap it on. And you had to play. Shout out to my dad. That was one of his favorite terms in football. You got to strap it on out there. But anyway, like, you're playing all those games. You're playing down to the wire. You're fighting. Since load management, since the bag has gone up, and since you find ways to, as long as we win this amount, as long as we stay here, teams don't necessarily play all the way serious. And I think that's the commentators that are former players that are now in those spaces that are making these thoughts or making these assessments. I think they're also operating by that. What you do in the regular season realistically does not matter.
I think you're right about that.
And it doesn't matter how good it is, because
that's not the announcer's fault either, by the way.
No.
A lot of that is because of the way players take time off,
Exactly.
the way players approach the
Fair.
game, and the way coaches approach the game.
So with that being said, I think people, whether it's low-hanging fruit or not, they're like, shoot, man, we got to see what you do in the game.
I get it.
We got to see what you do in the playoffs, because when you blow up or beat up on the New York Knicks and beat up on the Celtics and beat up on the Cavs or beat up on whoever else, now can you beat up on them in May when you're playing best of 7? Can you beat the Celtics, who have been there time and time again? Jaylen Brown's 27. He's been to 6 conference finals. So that means Jason Tatum has too.
Yeah.
And then the Knicks, and then the Cleveland Cavaliers, et cetera. So I think that also comes into play.
It is the reason a lot of people, even locally, have said, don't know if they got enough to beat Boston because of Boston's pedigree. So I get that. You've said that. You've said, look, I mean, this team hasn't won a playoff series. They got to show me something. I think they're better than New York. But people in New York are sitting back right now and going, hey, listen, man, so what? They beat us by 38, 31, and 15. Who cares that they embarrassed it in our barn? You know what we do? We beat them last year. We've been to the Eastern Conference Finals. We are more battle-tested in postseason play than they are. That's what they're hanging their hat on, because they can't hang it on in the regular season.
Yeah, because
I think the regular season matters. There's something to it that I think is really important. But you brought up a number, and I think it's probably pretty close to it. Kool-Aid, why do you think it is regarding a national scope, at least recently on a broadcast, not in pregame, not in postgame, not on a talk show or anything like that?
I think it's a little bit of what you guys have said, and we've been talking about it all year. They don't really respect the Pistons, and that's what it comes down to. And the Pistons are going to have to go out there and earn it. You know, you look at last year where they had the advantage over the New York Knicks in the regular season as well, went into the postseason, and we know that Isaiah Stewart, got hurt. But you know what? At the end of the day, what matters is the results in those playoff games. And I think that's what a lot of people are going to hang their hats on. You got a lot of narratives that have been put out there since the beginning of the season by a lot of national media, and it did not include the Pistons. And then you have a lot of media who's like, you know what, this is cute. Look at what they're doing.
Right.
But we see these things that they need to do in order to bolster themselves to the playoffs. And like bada bing, bada boom, in the chat he says, Pistons are a very good team. However, they didn't address their biggest need, the deadline. Another score to take some pressure off of Cade. Should have found someone. And that's some of the stuff that I hear when I listen to some of these other NBA podcasts from like the national perspective.
Yeah.
They don't believe that the Pistons have enough firepower. They give them certain respect, but they just think that they're not in the same class of these top guys.
That's not unique.
No.
We all thought that.
Yeah.
The Braylon Edwards show said that, okay? So what they're saying is similar to what we've said, so we can't hold that against them.
That's why I'm not as hot. I think we've all kind of just maybe not downgraded them, but said, you know what? There's going to be a whole lot more to this thing than what it looked like in the beginning of the season. And Bray's right, too. I told people in the beginning of the season, it's very important for the Pistons to beat the brakes off of teams in the beginning of the year, because these squads over the last 5 to 10 years, and the numbers prove it, they lock in the last 20 to 30 if they're the playoff stalwarts. So you can't really judge the Celtics,
games than your team.
the Cavs, even some of these other teams. People are trying to figure out, well, what's up with Philly? Maxey will be out for 2 to 3 weeks. So that sounds like they're just going to get him right for the playoffs. And however he is, they're going to let him out there. These teams have guys that's been there, done that. So they lock in at the end of the season. You see things tighten up just a little bit.
It was an interesting listen for a little bit last night. That's all. Speaking of the NBA, and then we'll shift gears here. I can't wait for Braylon's breakdown.
That's right.
Yeah,
what is that? What players you breaking down?
He's breaking down
K-Mays and Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah, we'll show you a little bit in terms of why Detroit is bringing him in terms of that tough.
Some people not hot on Pacheco though.
No, I mean I don't have a problem with them not being hot. Like, because the problem is they're comparing him to what David Montgomery was. I mean, he's a 1,000-yard running back. He's 10 touchdowns. Hell, he had 2 seasons of over 10 touchdowns, and then last year it was 8.
Yeah.
So realistically, when you look at it like that, you're looking at that versus the ghost of Isaiah Pacheco. So I understand when you're comparing it that way, but I once again try to implore you to understand they are not viewing the running back position as a now 1B position anymore. They're viewing it strictly a 2.
We got spoiled.
Yeah, and that's no longer how they're viewing. So like legitimately, the carries, it's gonna go down. Like expect about 115 carries for Isaiah Pacheco, 500 yards, and
505,
about 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, because you're gonna have all kinds of workload for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, and you want it. You say he's better than Barry Sanders. Well, now here's the workload to prove it.
Oof. Yeah, look, everybody wants to be a number 1 guy.
Do you even know Barry Sanders? Do you even remember his backup's name?
No.
For all you guys out there, do you know what Barry Sanders' backup running back name is? Meanwhile, you guys know Dave Montgomery just as much as you know Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
I remember Billy Sims' backup only because I couldn't believe that Rick Kane was actually, getting the football every once in a while. Pacheco, to your point, 118 carries last year, but he only played 13 games.
That's about what he's going to get.
The year before, 83 carries, only played 7 games. So he's not a guy, in the first 2 years he was, but he's not a guy who gets a heavy load, so he could be used to that.
I mean, he had 1,000, but it was 4 years ago. He had 1,025 yards and followed it up with, he had 985, and then followed it up rushing-wise. He followed like 700 or 800, but
yeah. So and he's a guy who he doesn't catch a lot out of the backfield.
But
his best year was his second year, like you said.
Yeah.
He had 935 yards rushing, and he had 44 rocks.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, good player.
Hey, shout out to the chat family real quick, man. They're smashing that like button. We don't got no breaking news or nothing. We're already up pretty close to our first goal, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Smash that like button if you didn't get the opportunity to, and thank y'all for supporting the crew, man.
So this could be breaking news, but it's not.
Ooh.
The Lions have re-signed linebacker Trevor Nowaski and wide receiver Tom Kennedy. There you go.
So, all right. No. Because I told you.
I like Trevor.
I've already processed it. I told you I'm not going to be that guy today. This is going to be half full, Braylon. This won't be half empty. Realistically, like a lot of these signings, everybody wants the signing to be relative to the deficiencies last year, to the first and second team right now. At the end of the day, football players, it's 61 players on the roster. So some of these moves that they're making, I know they're not going to jump off the page, if you will, but Tom Kennedy is a guy you saw he was able to do in the kick return, the punt return. He's a wide receiver. You need that in practice. Like, you need guys that practice. You need practice squad players, and then you need guys that understand the offense, and they're ready when you call their name. When we called Tom Kennedy's name last year, he made plays.
Yeah, he performed.
He was ready. Scored 2 touchdowns, if I remember correctly. First downs. He was a big guy on third down, and he did exactly what he was supposed to.
He's sure-handed?
Sure-handed. Trevor Nowaski is another guy. He came in, he made plays when you called on him. So everything doesn't have to be looked at like, man, that's not Boye Mafe. Man, that's not Kevin Byard. Look, sometimes these are pieces, these are moves for depth and just to be able to practice and to be able to go through 2 a day. So
especially with how they practice.
So I mean, it's not a jumps off at the page that you move, but I understand. Tom Kennedy now will be the longest tenured Detroit Lion now that Taylor Decker is gone, who he might get signed back too, but that's a whole nother can of worms.
Well, that'd be interesting. Are you surprised that nobody come knocking on that door yet?
No.
Okay.
Get your old ass. Like, we love you here, Taylor. I was lobbying for you, so don't take that personal. But no, because if he walked out that door with the Detroit Lions and he's supposed to get 21 this year, he's trying to get upwards of 18. Like, he's probably trying to take a cut. He wasn't trying to take a cut like that. And then when you go out there and test the markets, the real markets, teams find out. Teams look at you, and you also find out, like, maybe my worth isn't what I thought it was. Maybe I'm looking at myself, a little bit too glorified. Maybe I had to take a step back, humble myself, and see what it is. Maybe, hey, Brad, man, y'all still offering that 11?
Yeah.
Because I think I'm ready to come back home, so we'll see what
Do you think he wants a multi-year deal, or do you think it's more about the money itself?
The money itself. Because I think if you got him 1 year, if you got him 1 year at 18, I think he'd be fine.
Okay.
As opposed to 2 years. Now you have the what you call it, you have the safety of being with the squad for 2 years, all the things. You give him 1 year, $18 million. Yeah, he'd be happy.
I know there's a lot of people.
Or 16.
A lot of people who are like, man, this team's signing Devin Lloyd and we're signing Trevor Nowatzki. Well, to your point, the number of guys on a roster,
had to mention Devin Lloyd.
and he's a special teams player. You've got to fill those roles, right? Tom Kennedy's a special teams guy too, if and when he plays. So these are strictly depth, but people want the needle moved. All right? Do they want it buried where it's in the red and they're all fired up? Yes. They're not going to get that. I wonder how far the needle has moved for people in general. This, Christian Isian, does not move people's needle. And that's the issue I think people have
picked off
right
Jared
now.
Goff. He picked off Goff. So now Goff just called it straight too. Yeah, like this. That's not a needle mover. You watch film on him, like he's a guy that got destroyed all last season. He has 3 interceptions, but like you said, it's context, 100%. So that's not a needle mover. And I think the biggest thing for the people that are pissed, and I understand them, is you look at the people that have walked out of the door, whether it's Taylor Decker, whether it's David Montgomery, whether it's Khalif Raymond, who signed with the enemy, Alex Anzalone, a lot of really good players left. Or let me just say, good players left, players that helped you, players that were very serviceable over the last 3 years. And the players that have come into the building, Cade Mays, we like. Isaiah Pacheco, this guy, Borum, Scruggs, We re-signed Tom Kennedy. Cool, I like Tom Kennedy. Nowatzki, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We paid Rocky Yassin $4 million. Yeah. Sure, I'd have paid Meek Robinson. We're gonna give you Rocky Yassin $4 million. So once again, when you finish 4th place in the division, and when you don't do as good as you've done the previous 2 seasons, in fact, you were 3 games less than what you were the year before. I take that, excuse me, I was wrong. 7 games less than what you were. 6. My math is off today.
15 wins, 9 wins, 6. Right.
So when you're looking at it through that landscape, when you're looking through that scope, this is where we were. This is how we ended. And these are the moves we make. Meanwhile, you don't have to be active every day. There is a long time before the season starts. But the people that got active on Monday and Tuesday, they got the best players available. They got guys that can help you right now. They got guys that if you picked up, I'm looking at them, I'm saying, okay, they've added this player. They've added that player. They really understand it. This is going to make them a better team now. And they get the draft. And you get to see what happens after. Well, he hopped that curve. And you get to see what happens after the draft. Now, moves I can make to, once again, bolster the roster. Right now, this roster is no better than it was when the season ended.
Agreed. And then you lose a guy like Khalif Raymond to the Bears, reportedly.
It's not the first place.
Depth and versatility gone in one swoop.
Yeah. Now, I would say this. If Khalif Raymond was playing more this coming season than Isaac Tesla, then there would be a lot of people complaining, and rightfully so, that you've wasted a 3rd-round pick. The expectation for me was a year ago, not for you, but for me, was Isaac Tesla being the number 3. He was not the number 3. He better be this year. Otherwise, you've lost another quality pick that could have been used on somebody else who would contribute more to your football team.
Khalif Raymond is a damn good pickup for the Chicago Bears because a lot of little stuff, even when operating with J-Mo, Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Khalif Raymond was he converted a lot of 3rd downs for the Lions over the past 4 seasons. He was huge on the 4th down. A lot of trick plays ran through him as well. And when we threw him the ball, he was shorthanded. He made things happen. Like, that's what they're getting. They're getting a guy that understands Ben Johnson's mind. So Luther Burden III, as well as Rome Onadunze, they don't have to worry about the finite role that Khalif Raymond's now going to help them with.
You want to do Braylon's breakdown?
We got a lot, man. You got rapid fire. We got Braylon's breakdown.
We got rapid fire coming up. We've got Braylon's breakdown coming up.
Let's jump into the breakdown.
I was really looking forward to building something with Bray, which is always a good thing. You know, we could always save that, but because that's basketball related and that's evergreen. But I'd like to do Braylon's breakdown. How good is Cade Mays? What does Isaiah Pacheco bring to this team? Braylon Edwards has the breakdown of not one, but both those players after a brief timeout from State Title and Pure Psychiatry.
Estates Title Agency, my guy in the B-side. Whether you're buying a home or refinancing, the team at Estates Title Agency make closing processes purely simple and convenient. You want to take that into that process. Proudly serving Michigan since 2003. The staff at Estates Title has over 20 years of experience. One thing I always talk about is the experience. What have you been through? Where have you gone? What do you know? What have you come up from? Well, that's what Estates Title Agency is trying to get you to understand. Combine the Nabee's expertise, and they can guide any title or escrow transaction to a smooth landing. They know you're busy, which is why they offer evening and weekend closing by appointment. And they will even come to complete the transaction at the location of your choice. They are trying to take any of the worry out of the situation. They're trying to make it, once again, convenient, simple. That's what they're trying to do at the State's Title Agency. Let them represent you on your new journey, the B-side.
Listen, sometimes it's not very simple at all in life because it can be a challenge out there. It's not always easy. A lot of pressure. There's some wins, but there's some losses as well. Pure Psychiatry wants you to know you're never alone, okay? Your mental health journey is important to them. It should be important to you. They are there to help. Pure Psychiatry provides personalized psychiatric care, and it's designed specifically for you, the individual. They don't just cookie cut this stuff. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's, well, this worked for this person, so it should work for you. They want to get to know you. They want to know what your likes and your dislikes are, and they want to tailor that program specifically for you. 16 locations in the state of Michigan, 2 locations in Ohio. You can find them, Pure Psych MI. That's Pure, PSYCHMI.com.
Strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill sub-zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Here we go, y'all. Another Detroit sports doubleheader with our Pistons playing right down the road. And Red Wings down in Tampa. Y'all need to get up on that Caesars Sportsbook app, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Because you can place any bet up to $1,000, and if you lose, you get that bet back. All y'all got to do is scan the QR code, enter the code Woodward1000. Your first bet doesn't hit, you get that deposit back up to $1,000. You heard that, one whole stack back. Minimum bet, $20. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward1000. Scan the QR code on the screen.
Yeah, Sam Adams is it's really good. It's really refreshing. It's got a good taste. I like beer with a taste to it. All right, I don't want to just have. All you gotta do is look at a glass and you can see how dark it is. If it's super light, it's not good beer. Okay, this is really good beer. It's called Sam Adams Cherry Wheat, and it's made with real Michigan cherries. And they're working in conjunction with our friends at Art and Jake's, where every Monday, every Thursday tonight, and every Saturday you get $5 shorts of Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Take advantage of it, man. Whether it's the watch party, whether you're at home watching games with your pals, it's Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. But please drink responsibly.
And we back.
There are rumors right now in the NFL that the Rams are interested in Kyler Murray. And that Kyler Murray would be the backup to Matthew Stafford, but when Stafford retires, in all likelihood after this year, Murray might be the guy. And if it's not Murray, it might be Anthony Richardson with the Rams, which is interesting, isn't it? I mean, it's nowhere were those people linked or teams and people linked with one another. So
it's interesting to see how some of these other franchises do things and think things through. But definitely, let's get Kyler Murray over there. I know it's to another NFC team, but I don't really think I want to see him in Minnesota, which was some of the rumors.
Yeah, I don't worry about Kyler Murray, quite honestly. But I would like a better backup than the Lions have. We talked about that yesterday. All right, time for Braylon's breakdown.
Oh, Max Brosmer, yeah.
That's true.
Nah.
Amen to. Well put.
Kyler Murray's situation to the Rams is what it reminds me of is when Baker Mayfield went out there. Remember Baker Mayfield went out there? He had one game. Obviously, the Rex helped him all out with that. But it was getting with Sean McVay. Yeah, that's Jesse. But it was Sean McVay to love. Can people hear me out there?
Are we picking that mic up on Bray? I can't say that I necessarily am, so I want to make sure it's good because when we get into this segment, I want people. I want.
Yeah, no, they're saying fix. Yeah, definitely to fix the mic.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's not popping through. So we'll get that fixed. So we can look through Braylon's breakdown. The two guys that have. Again, I'm not sure if it's moved the needle, okay? Maybe that's an unfair characteristic of it. But if you're looking for names that you would tell friends about, All right. Sometimes I get caught up in this world where if I'm going to brag about something with my team, then what is it I'm going to use? And if I'm going to do that, then it would be Cade Mays and Isaiah Pacheco. Now, Pacheco might be a little bit of a stretch there. I'm not going to disagree with that. Cade Mays, not many people know or follow centers.
We know you follow centers, especially Cade Mays.
I do. I enjoy.
You were on it.
I do enjoy the interior part of the line. Look, it doesn't make me right, by the way. He's got to perform. Just because I wanted him doesn't mean I'm right. Hey, the Lions signed him. Shep's right. No. If he stinks, then I got to own it. But I don't think he's going to stink. I think you get him at a good price, and they did get a good price. And I think you get him in the most important parts of his career. Okay.
You know what? But I liked seeing the signing because I know, especially what you guys put into this show, put into the information you put out there, and making sure that aside from it being different, that is accurate. That you also have a plan. You're not just saying, Brad, do something. Yeah. And I know you've been rolling out plans for these Tigers that I wish they did. And when you brought this one to the forefront, even though all of us want Linderbaum, we knew that's probably far-fetched. But if you could get a Cade Mays and get some stability and somebody that knows what they're doing at that center position, and you don't have to think twice. I think somebody could help Tate Ratledge. Yeah. When I saw that signing come through, it was just like, finally. I was fired up, and it was like, Shep, I think you were on point. Obviously, we got to see how it pans out, but it is cool to see at least that Brad Holmes seeing things the way you were seeing things a little bit, Shep.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you for the love. That thumbs up was to you. Yeah, that thumbs up was to you.
We had to, I can't say it on air, but we had to rig it up.
All right.
we had to rig it, if you will, but you guys can hear me now.
All right, now we can hear you. Good.
I like this better.
Now, and the people deserve it. We told them, look, we get to that first light goal before the first hour, we're going to move Braylon's breakdown to the next segment. So they got there.
That's what we did.
And beyond.
That's what we did. It's a beautiful thing. Right, test it one more time for me, partner. Yeah, now it's no longer there. So I don't know if you've got the
what happened?
I don't know. I mean, right over there, it was great.
You heard me over there?
Now I hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah, now I hear you. All right.
Can you hear? Oh, you got me?
So keep it right there. So, folks, what is Cade Mays going to bring to the table? What is Isaiah Pacheco going to bring to the table? Let's take a watch. Go ahead.
I'm getting fired up. Football season. It feels like it's around the corner when you start watching video, when you start watching people come to your team, as well as the draft being around the corner. But let's just watch a little bit of film of the big guy. Hit pause. Hold on. Before. Thing you're looking for right now, Frank Ragnow. You're looking for long arms. I mean, this is what Frank Ragnow is. You're looking for long arms. You're looking for stoutness at the point of attack. You're looking for the ability to be able to lean to the right and come back to the left, or lean to the left, come back to the right. How fast can you get on a guy, get off a guy, and also provide assistance to your guards? Here we go. The big fella in the middle. On this play, I believe he's going to chip and help. Hit play. Let's see what Cade Mays does. We get a little tap right there from the left guard. He knows he's going that way. All right, here we go. He does the double team, and then watch how he keeps going. Watch how he stays. Did you see him get on the ground? That's one thing I like about him. I like the movement of Cade Mays on that play. Got his, he got his chip, stayed with the guy, and as the guy started moving, he moving, and the guy got low. He even got low enough to where got on the ground, trapped the guy right there. It's a good move. That's what you want to see. He did his job.
In the words of Kirk Cousins, I like that.
I like it. It's physical.
You like that?
I like the movement. For a big guy, he appears agile. He appears flexible is the word I was looking for. I know. Funny. Here we go. Big fella in the middle is looking at the snap. How fast can you snap the ball and good? Snap and look. Snap and look. Snap and get the head up. Bam. He's driving through the guy. Watch the drive. Watch the feet. I like that right there. I like the feet. You see how the feet were apart when he was driving. The feet didn't get together. The feet get together, you lose your balance, you fall down. The guy falls off and make a play. Drive. Look at the feet. He's making sure they stay apart. And he's driving. This is what you want to see. You want to shore up that position where last year the guy told you, I don't necessarily like this position, but I'll do it for you, Dan Campbell and Hank Fraley. Now you got a guy that is a center. And this is the other thing as we watch this play. Now go ahead. Shout out to Brendan, who did a hell of a job putting this together. You see the circle? That's all Brendan, man. We appreciate you, brother. We will see you soon. Boom. Gets the chip. That looked like a very aggressive chip. Boom. Follow him. Watch the drive. Thing I love about Cade Mays, you've seen 3 plays so far, correct? Mm-hmm. You've seen 3 plays. What has he done on each of the 3 plays? He has finished. Finished. Boom. We lean and get the chip. You're helping out the left guard. Now come back. You're watching the linebacker. He stays in the hole. That's your guy. I'm going to drive this guy. Drive. He's out of the camera. He's out of the screen. Chuba Hubbard gets some yards because the left guard and the center had it sewed up. Right now, Cade Mays, he's showing you flexibility, power, low leverage, and he'll finish plays. You want guys that'll finish. Yep.
I like his hand placement, too.
Oh, speaking of hand placement, 2 more plays, and you'll see some good hand placement. Here you go. Once again, this is another chip. Now, stays. This is a chip block that turns into a stay block. They actually did a good job on this offensive line. I can see why they had some of that success.
Yeah.
Let's run it back. Starts off as a chip, but becomes his primary responsibility. Stays on him. He gives a chip. Drive. Just to finish. Look at this. He's driving. Drives him off the screen. His feet are still moving. He lets him go because he's ahead of him. I like the drive. I like the flexibility. Plays with low leverage. The low man wins. And also, the brother will finish plays. All right, here you go, Shep. Talk about hand placement. Well, here's the play for you. Boom, he gets the tap. We know where I'm going. You stay, and bah! Ooh. There you go, right there. Come on, Milton Williams. I know he paid you a lot of money, but you're not getting through on me. Milton Williams, you see, he was very patient. He's very patient on that play. He got the tap. That tap let him know, I'm good, I'm head up, I don't need you. Here we go. Wait for it. Bam. Gets in there. And then once again, what is he doing? He's finishing. He's trying to make sure that nobody gets to the young quarterback that is Bryce Young. This is another one. Did we watch this one? All right, this is the last one. See what we got from the big fella. Gets a good jump. Hand placement. He's inside the chest plate, inside the numbers. Look at the base. Get that back for me if you will. Great job out of you, Cam. Appreciate you.
He's tough.
Watch the base.
He's all legs and ass.
All right, first, boom, bam. Gets to the point of attack, gets there first. Look at the base. Look at how the base stays wide. Look at the base stays wide. Base stays wide. Look at number 90. He's trying every move he knows. Let's go back one last time. See, get a little excited. Those people are excited about Cade Mays.
Good breakdown, man. Good breakdown.
Here we go. Look at this. Trying to move. I'm trying to get inside. I can't get in there. Well, let me come on the outside. Let me try to. Nothing's working because the big fella's moving his feet. And he's got the hand placement. When we talked to Amir Gibbs last year on that run early in the season, it was hand placement here, and you had the base going. It's a good job by Cade Mays. He's fighting. And I know you're looking at the Falcons. Like, yeah, it's the Falcons. Falcons had a really good defense last year.
Yeah, I would also say a lot of this is one-on-one, too.
Oh, yeah.
So this is not, I need help here. This is me one-on-one, and he's showing that he can be a bull rush or a bull guy, or he can be a guy who can get to the second level.
Shep, we had a conversation before the chat got in. Let's bring them into the conversation. I said I was very excited for the Cade Mays based on the fact that his coach is Hank Fraley, who was also an NFL center. Hank Fraley was a damn good center when I played with him. He also coached Frank Ragnow for a period. You saw what he was able to get out of Frank, who was already a really good center. Them letting him go in Carolina as a good center they thought was pretty good, but maybe they can get better. He's now going to be with Hank Fraley. He's now going to become a better version of himself. So that contract, you might have got him for still considering what he can become from now till the season start, till the end of the season.
So it's always a balance for me. This automatically makes me think, and it's not on Hank Fraley per se.
Right.
But if he's the center whisperer, why couldn't he do that with Graham Glasgow? I brought the same thing up with Chris Fetter. Why couldn't Chris Fetter, as good as a pitching coach as he is, why couldn't he help Jack Flaherty a year ago? Why couldn't that happen with Hank Fraley?
Don't know about the Jack Flaherty situation, but I can help you with the Hank Fraley situation. Graham Glasgow told us, I prefer play right guard. Right guard is a position I would choose. I can play center, but I prefer to play right guard. When someone is already telling themselves that I'm not good at that position or I'm just okay, that's not my position. They're not receiving information like, I'm going to be great at this position. I'm going to take the tutelage that Hank Fraley is teaching me, or Coach Fraley, and I'm going to get active. I'm going to get in these trenches, and I'm going to become the best center in the NFL. I'm going to become the best center that I can be. Maybe I'm the best center in the NFC North. Cade Mays is coming to be just that. He's coming to be the center, T-H-E, center, become the best version of himself for that. So Hank Fraley can work with him. He's not looking at a guy who's paying attention in meetings to the guard, the center, and the tackle because he plays all three. He's now coaching a guy that just plays center. He will be the only guy that Jared Goff has to deal with for the foreseeable future. So I think that might be the difference between Graham getting better at the center versus a center that wants to get better at being a center.
Yeah, look, that's not a position of glamour. You have to understand who you are and what you are. I think Cade Mays is pretty good in that regard, okay? I'm not saying he's going to make people forget Frank Ragnow. He's going to be a solid player for you.
Center's definitely not the glamorous position. Out of the offensive line, you're probably going to have the worst body. Out of the offensive line, you're going to be the shortest. Out of the offensive line, like, nobody's going to talk about you. Nobody knew Tyler Lindenbaum until he was up. As you pointed out, nobody's going to talk about you. But you have the most important responsibility, and I get left tackle, and I understand all that. Where does the snap come from? Who's pointing out the Mike linebacker? Who's helping Jared Goff see coverages so that he can get it going before the play starts? Well, that would be a center. So,
yeah,
out to Cade Mays in this film.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, and here's what it solidifies. He's going to help. There's no question he's going to help Tate Ratledge. He's going to help. I hope it'll be Miles Frazier. Maybe it's Christian Mahogany at the left guard. Maybe it's Ionye from Penn State in the first round. I don't know. That's going to help. And then, if you got Penny Sewell at the left tackle, you draft your right tackle, Caden Proctor, your guy Monroe Freeling, who also played in the
move up. Move up. I'd move up for him.
He's played in the Negro leagues in baseball.
Yeah.
Caleb Lomu, maybe
happy rolling with that
one of the Utah tackles. You can get that guy, and suddenly look at how much better your offensive line looks than just a year ago. It looks tenfold.
And also, too, I know it was coming in the chat. I don't even have to be in the chat to understand this comment that's floating out there somewhere. Yes, you can give me any of Cade Mays' 5 best plays. What about the other plays? What about the rest of the season?
Yeah.
You just picked his best plays. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you this. I can pick Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I can show you 11 bad Amon-Ra St. Brown plays. I can take Max Crosby. I can show you 11 bad Max Crosby plays. You can take any of the players you love. I can find you film, and they will look like not the best version of themselves. So don't play that's the good tape. This is the tape that I love to see, because I'm not just looking at the win. I'm looking at the leverage. I'm looking at the balance of power. I'm looking at the spread of the feet. I'm looking at the base. I'm looking at how low he gets. I'm looking at him finishing plays, finishing tackles. I'm looking at those things, not necessarily him winning. I could care less about winning or losing. How did he win? He won with things that you want to see out of a center.
Yeah, and let me just
hand placement, base, power, finish,
footwork, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Here's the only thing I would add, and again, I'll take it with a grain of salt. I would ask you to do the same. But it is Pro Football Focus, which a lot of people use as some type of metrics when it comes to especially offensive linemen. He's in there every day for you. That's big. He did not allow a sack. That's big.
Say that one again.
Yeah, he did not allow a sack.
Because how many games did we look at Jared Goff and we was like, Jesus Christ,
yeah, I mean,
he doesn't even have time.
Right.
It's coming right up the middle.
Yeah, even if he wasn't getting sacked, you could tell he was a lot less comfortable this year.
Sorry, Mom, by the way. He allowed 2 penalties.
Yeah.
So 2 penalties, 0 sacks, 11 pressures. That's Cade Mays' resume from last year. Okay? And again, it's not like it's a small sample size. He was in there on a regular basis for Carolina.
Also, too, with the 11 pressures, like, understand, these people at Pro Football Focus that are, thank you, Jesus, I was waiting for that to go out. These people that do Pro Football Focus, they have so many categories. They assign people to do things. Don't you know those 11 pressures? They are up to the individual watching film to decide if it's a pressure or not. Some of these guys don't even know what football is, realistically. They're just looking for certain things. So I just caution you to those 11 because it really could be like 4 or 5.
That's a really good point. And by the way, somebody in the chat said Dan Skipper's an offensive line coach. No, he's the assistant offensive line coach. Hank Fraley is still the offensive line coach, okay?
And run game coordinator.
And run game coordinator. Dan Skipper has come in. He's going to help this team, but he is not your offensive line coach. He's your assistant.
No, he's not Hank Fraley.
Fraley
got skills.
You know what? I'm going to let that slide. I'm having such a beautiful day. I'm going to let that comment slide. Coach. Show me Isaiah Pacheco. A lot of people, not necessarily excited about Isaiah Pacheco, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Isaiah Pacheco's not who he was 3 years ago. He's not who he was 2 years ago, 1,000%. But I urge you to watch some of this film and watch what the Lions were looking for and watch what the Lions are getting as it relates to a tough, hard-nosed runner that makes a decision and he gets there. Kool-Aid, what you got for me?
Yeah, I was just going to say the chat was chiming in on what you're doing right now. You're making some believers and you're reinstilling some faith. Marcus
that.
Newsom says, Braylon is running a daggone sermon right now. I believe in Mays more than I already did. Am I lying?
Hallelujah.
Hearted.
I'm here to tell you people that today can be the day that you change your life.
You got the tag. And one of my favorite names, Hoof Hearted.
I believe him.
Shout out. He loves horses, I guess.
Appreciate y'all, man.
He says, you think Mahogany or anyone at left guard between Sewell and Mays would be more than fine. Does make me more comfortable now with this.
Yeah,
offensive
realistic.
line.
Like, watch
Just
the
break down.
Mahogany move. Like, I'm not certain he's going to be a left guard when the season starts. But
Yeah.
I don't think he will be a left guard when the season starts. You got Panay, Mystery Man, Cade Mays, Tate Rowledge, and Monroe Freeland and Caden Proctor. Whoever you draft with that, you need that pick.
I'm telling you right now. I'm
a different offensive line.
I'm going to make this claim.
Go ahead.
All right?
Monroe.
If he's healthy, Miles Frazier will be your left guard.
Yeah, there's a lot of love for Miles
Okay.
Frazier amongst the fan base.
Look, Mahogany was a 4th-round pick. It's not that they don't like him. Miles Frazier is a 5th-round pick. If he's healthy in camp and they challenge, I like Miles Frazier. I do. I think he's good. I liked him at LSU, I should say. Right. I think he can slide into that. But that's a discussion for another time.
You had me at SEC. I may not like the SEC, but I like the level of competition that they see on a week-in and week-out basis.
Yeah.
And the best thing is the defensive line, the O-line play down there. Excuse me.
Good player. He really was a good player. Let's hope it translates.
All right.
Isaiah Pacheco, fire away.
You guys know him. So a lot of this stuff I'm showing you, I saw something funny was talking about Cameron. You familiar? He's a rapper from back in the day. I said in the chat, but
I'll nod along.
He's on. He is what it is. Podcast. Blah blah blah.
All right.
He was talking about Isaiah Pacheco when he said something funny. He said, "I like Isaiah, but like he does stuff to make you think he's doing more than what he's doing."
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, that was funny.
He's really getting somewhere. Too. But anyway, I digress. Here you go. Pacheco.
That was
practices for him.
What you got for me, brother? Watch how hard he runs. All right, it's nothing but here we go. It's a dive. It opens up. Just watch him. Knows where he's going. Speed-wise, get there. I mean, this is great blocking. There's nothing special about this, but I just like where he's looking. It's down the field. He's not looking to do anything crazy. Go back, if you will. This was open. He could have tried to make moves and juke and maybe go in here and do something crazy. What if I cut against the grain? No. I see what I see, and that is follow this, follow my blocker, get to where I'm getting, and then he'll take the contact, get out of bounds. There you go. He tried to run, jump out of bounds. So, it's a decent run, if you will. I like the fact that he's looking down the field, following the blockers. That's what we're asking him to do. We're not asking him to be Agent 0. We're asking him to be Agent 10. Here we go. Once again, Isaiah Pacheco going against a pretty good defense in the Jacksonville Jaguars last season. Let's go. What we got? Boom. Hand up. All right, counter. He's patient. He's patient. He's patient. I want you to notice, what do you see? Rewind it back. What do you see out of him, Shep? How he runs the ball. Like, hit pause. Down and distance. It is... we missed it. I need to see what the distance is. But anyway, you don't want him wasting time. Like Jahmyr Gibbs, he can play in the backfield. Jahmyr Gibbs can go all the way to the left, all the way to the right. He could dance like Bo Jackson on Tecmo Ball. That's not what we're asking him to do. David Montgomery, he can go all the way to the left. He can go all the way to the right. He can dance like he's Bo Jackson. We're asking you to get the hard yards.
North and south.
We're asking you to get north and south.
Right.
Don't waste time. Don't waste motion. But also, you are a tailback. See what you see. Hit play. Watch the patience and watch where he's looking. Forward, forward, forward. Read my blocks. Forward, up, get off me. Physical. Saw what he did right there. What did he do?
Also protected
that was
the ball.
Thing. That was something to Dave Montgomery. He doesn't fumble a lot, but last season he started to show you a little bit in big spots. He fumbled. Look what he did right there. Did he fumble at the end of that as I'm talking about this? But, yeah, I just like the fact that he's patient. He's north and south, reading his blocks, and then right when you see some contact, boom, 2 hands over the ball. Physical, 2 hands over the ball, physical, 2 hands over the ball even as he goes to the ground. These are the type of yards and situations they're using him for. I know you're in love with David Montgomery. Don't worry. So am I. So was I. They no longer view the position that way, so we have to act accordingly. Great play. Hit the next one. 2nd and 2. You'll see these are spots they're gonna put him in. 2nd and 2 inside the red zone. You're at the 11-yard line, give or take. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes takes the snap. Wow, he was so deep.
Yeah, he's really deep.
Go back. How many yards was he in the backfield?
Usually there's 7.
11?
Yeah, that looks.
This is 7 right here.
Right.
This is like Arena League. Okay, hit play. He gets some more. He's probably trying to get some momentum going, get some motion going.
You're right.
Yeah, like this is.
that 15, 14?
People don't go this far back when you're doing victory. You know, like the wide receivers at the end of the game. Like, okay.
So he's at the 16-yard line. The ball is at the 12.
He definitely got a head of steam. Let's see. Boom, same thing. He's getting there. He's reading tackles. He's a smaller running back, so he's able to kind of fit in some of those windows. A bigger David Montgomery couldn't, if you will.
Got some power.
He definitely runs. He runs hard.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can't say about him. He does not run hard. BS. He's looking for it. Once he sees it, makes the move. I'm there. Bang. Get off the butt of Creed Humphrey. Probably the best center in the league.
Love that.
That's a good job by them too.
Yeah.
Takes his time. He finds the spots a little smaller. Like I said, he's able to find the spot. And once he finds it, though, he will put that foot in the ground and go. Next play, if you will. Cam, appreciate you. All right. It's rolling out.
We got for
Something else that Dave Montgomery can do. He can catch out of the backfield. Bang. This is down the field. He found the soft spot. I know you can't see the whole play, but what I liked about that spot, he found the soft spot. He understands who his quarterback is. Quarterback's going to move from time to time, so you keep it going. He's setting the spot that was wide open. Quarterback throws the ball. Look how he catches it. Bang. He's a hands catcher. He's a hands catcher. He caught it, pointed out a block, started running north and south. Didn't cover it up that time, but he's an aggressive runner, so no fumble there. I just like to show you. He knew what the quarterback was, knew what the play was, set in the spot, caught it with his hands, got down the field. Next play.
Can I just say one thing, and you know this better than anybody. When the quarterback comes to you, you run away. If the quarterback runs away from you, you run too. That quarterback, because it wasn't Patrick Mahomes, that Carpenter, who is now a quarterback, is running towards him. And what did Pacheco do? Guaranteed Pacheco was running away from him to create more space for him. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's the last one. Okay. The best thing out of Pacheco that I saw when watching the film is, it's things you know. He runs hard. Sit down now at this point. But Pacheco runs hard. There's no wasted movement with him. He's physical. He's violent at the point of attack. Man, he's going to get north and south. And also, he can read the tackles. He can read the guards. He can read the linemen and get you extra yards, but not doing anything crazy. So this is your new RB2.
Really good.
And for whatever you want to say about him, look, the man's won 2 Super Bowls. He's been to 3. He's been a player that the Kansas City Chiefs have relied on in big spots. I don't think that should go unnoticed. That shouldn't go unsaid. And he runs hard. That's what you're looking for. A guy to come here, change the tempo up, run hard, and be able to do some of these things. So Isaiah Pacheco, decent pickup, but we'll see how they use him. How Drew Petzing, who's supposed to be the running back guru, we'll see how that's not what they said about him. The run game guru, if you will. See how he uses him. But Cade Mays, I'm telling you, you should be happy that the Lions pulled the trigger on Cade Mays, and he's only going to get better with Hank Fraley.
Don't tell us that you don't learn something on this show, because that was really high-level football education.
That was fun, man.
That was awesome stuff.
The adrenaline's going.
I don't blame you. But adrenaline should be fired up for everybody, for sure.
J-Rod said, Braylon needs a teacher laser pointer. Learning with Braylon.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
That's a good one. It's the classroom is what it is. I would take it a little bit further. I would strongly recommend, some television folks in this market to take note of this and use it on Sunday nights. It would be a really, really good segment for you, and you could sell the hell out of it, and we could sell the hell out of it too. Surprised we haven't already, but that's a different battle for me that I oftentimes have. All right, when we come back, the best NFL fan bases, and we also have rapid fire with Braylon.
We got the free agent stuff too. The moves that were made, top free agents.
That's right. We've got all that, and we got to squeeze it in the next 50 minutes, 40 minutes or so. It's not going to be easy. We're going to do it today. Yeah. Well, that was even counting with Doc. All right. After this from Dr. Pierce, will be in with us tomorrow, and Buddy's Pizza.
There you go. He's the man, the myth, the legend. Sometimes switches days on us, but it's okay, Doc. We will see you tomorrow. Jeff Pierce, Michigan Sports and Spine. Look, man, he can diagnose all the things. It's not about getting a diagnosis from a doc. It's about getting the right diagnosis. Sometimes you think you may have one thing and you have something else. And it's not as serious as it was. But you got to get the right treatment, and that's where Doc and Michigan Sports and Spine can come in and help you with that. 248-426-9944, or scan this QR code above my head. Also, you can catch them on Tuesdays, Big D Energy, as well as Friday this week on the Braylon Network Show with Shep, where he comes and he tells you all the things about the teams, who the guys that are going to be here, who the guys coming back, and how are they coming back. Sam Laporta, where you at? Dr. Jeff Pierce.
Friday, April 3rd is opening day. It's like a holiday here in Detroit. Woodward Sports is taking over downtown. We want you to be part of it. Part of the Grand Slam Opening Day Festival. You can come out, hang out with us, talk a little baseball. We got all broadcasts live from downtown, including this show at Buddy's Pizza in downtown Detroit. You can watch our live watch party, get a slice of the best pizza in town, grab a cold drink. Let's chat a little bit, can we? That'll be a lot of fun. Friday, April 3rd, Detroit baseball is back. We hope you can celebrate it with us in Woodward Sports and Buddy's in downtown Detroit on April 3rd.
Best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill sub-zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play.
Game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Not just the Top Rock experience, it is Black Rock, the Top Rock experience. Bar and Grill, by the way. The deals, man, the specials, Tasty Tuesdays, you know what it is. Sizzling Thursdays, you know what it is. But I'm telling you, you got to remember that it's home of the steak on the stone. When you go there, don't waste time. Get yourself one of those steaks or get yourself some of those shrimps where you can cook it on a 755-degree volcanic rock the way you want it. Steak to your perfection. The drinks taste good. The food's fresh. The chefs, they're elite. And the service, it is the service. The service will keep bringing you back, man. Doesn't matter which one you go to because there are plenty around the state. Just know that Black Rock, they are the top.
You know, I'm glad you said that about the service because, I mean, customer service isn't great
It's a
these
real
days,
thing. It's
okay?
not.
It's great at Black Rock. It's great at Buddy's. And it's great at Lady Jane's as well. Like, you walk through that door, and we see it on a regular basis. Guys walk in because it's haircuts for men. and there's beautiful ladies sitting at the front desk. You know what the first thing they say? Hi, how are you? They don't wait for you. They say, hi, how are you? What can we do for you? You sign in, you check in, and if you have to wait, it won't be long, but if you have to wait, there's TVs. Right now, JJ Spawn is on the screen right now. You know why? In all these different TVs at Lady Jane's, they're watching sports. They're watching the Players' Championship. We're watching some college basketball tournaments. It's all sports. What else do you want? Keep it clean. Make sure you come to Lady Jane's and get the best haircut you'll find anywhere. It's wicked awesome.
I love this. We back, and you know what? We got to make sure that we pay some more attention to the chat family. Our Life 17 says, I love Braylon's breakdowns. I had to at least read down before we get to these super chats.
Smart,
right?
You're a smart person.
I appreciate that, man.
Well, I was referring to the person in the chat.
No, I appreciate all you guys, and definitely 100%. Look, man, I tell you, Brendan does his thing with those graphics. So shout out to him, man. Get up there. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And let's get to these super chats. Shout out to Charles. I always know we're gonna see Charles in these super chats, but shout out to the whole chat family, man. You guys are smashing that like button, and it's appreciated. $5. He says, I like that this gives chances for smaller unknown colleges, universities, a chance to showcase not just big money, unlike how college football has been. And that goes back to our college, basketball March Madness conversation. Should Miami of Ohio get in? I know there's some who believe they're gonna find a way in, like Bray said, with that those kind of earlier tournaments before the field is set.
Yeah, no, 100%. And you like the smaller schools getting opportunities. In college football, it just wasn't the same. College football, you're looking at 4 teams, or you're looking at 2 teams, and then 4 teams, and now they have 12 and trying to force it. They're gonna go more though. Like, more individuals are gonna get a shot. I think last year was just a precursor. I think in college football, they've been talking about doing 24. I think it's absolute asinine, but realistically, like Shep said, this is just the world we live in today. It's not about what we like. It's about what's going to happen.
They do not care about us.
No, not at all.
They don't. No, I'm serious. I mean, it's okay. I've been in plenty of situations where people don't care about me. That's fine. This is all. Just be honest. Yeah. Just look us in the face and say, hey, you guys, I know 24 sounds asinine, but it's about the money. Because that's what we know it is. It's like Mark DeRosa. Mark DeRosa fully denying the fact that he thought Team USA had already clinched a quarterfinal spot. Here's his quote. There's a couple of false narratives out there. I was well aware that we had to win that game based on all the scenarios. They went 2-0. We went 2-0. Mark, you were 3-0. Okay? Just admit it. It's okay. We all make mistakes. Just admit it. Don't tell me you're 2-0. You were 3-0. Now you've doubled down and people think you're an idiot. Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, Shep ain't lying.
No. Charles sent in another one as well. And then we got 2 from Michael Wary. I always know we're going to see these guys in here. Charles says, $2. If Brad addressed the defensive end, he says, then he'd say solid pickup with Cade Mays.
Oh, okay. So
he thinks that the defense is going to let the offense down.
But see, I think, hear me on this, and I understand what you mean by that. The move by itself, you have to isolate the move from the complete free agency round so far. If you tell me that so far in free agency, the Lions haven't, scored higher than a C on your list or a C minus, or they're still deficient, or you don't buy into fully, I can understand that 1,000%. Yeah. And I'm fine with that comment. But to say Cade Mays isn't a good move, predicated on you didn't get the defensive edge with him, now that's 2 different things. Cade Mays was a really good move for the Detroit Lions at a really good price, and I think he'll be a better player here than he was at the Carolina Panthers. This was a good move for the Detroit Lions, but it's not the only move that should have been made. That's how I feel.
Hey, I agree 100%. But I would also, and I know it's not as much as you want right now, so I understand that too. But there is time still to get the edge rusher. Okay, I know you've wanted him already. I understand that, but they still can sign a Joey Bosa. They still can sign a Cam Jordan. They may not have been your first options. I'm not saying they were necessarily mine. But there are some guys still available, and you could still make something happen.
Yeah, hey, true that. Michael Wary with a couple super chats here. The first one, he says with $2, fans forget depth in the NFL is important. That's when Bray and Shep, you guys were covering a couple depth pieces, Trevor Nowatzki as well as Kennedy. Get it, E. Shout out.
TK.
TK, man, let's rock. And another one from Microwave, $5 super chat. He says, these were the two guys that backed up Barry Sanders, Eric Lynch and Tommy Vardell.
Eric Lynch from Grand Valley State University.
I knew,
Shout
but
out.
did you know without going to Google to make my point?
Yeah, right.
Without going to Google or ChatGPT or Gemini or one of the AI services. No, I get you. I remember Tommy Vardell for sure. Just more so along the lines of the conversation when you say, "Oh, we don't have this guy and he's not going to be here anymore." It's no longer that type of party.
Hey, that's a really good get.
That's
by
a
the
good
way,
pull,
by saying Tommy Vardell. Sometimes people
Tommy's
they've asked that question. Give me a random Lion or a random player that you had forgotten maybe they played for, like a random Tiger, Fred Lynn. Who would have ever really? Fred Lynn played for the Tigers? Yes, he did. Tommy Vardell playing for the Lions. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
All right, we're all caught up.
We're all caught up.
Corey Schlesinger.
Corey Schlesinger. Well, he was here for what, 11 years or so? All right, let's go to rapid fire. You ready? And this is all football related, and this is all free agent related as well. I thought about putting the Miami question in there, but we kicked off the entire show with whether or not the Red Hawks deserve to be in the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
They went 31-0 during the regular season. In case you missed it, they lost to UMass today, 87-83, their first loss. And now Kool-Aid tells us, breaking news, that Joe Lunardi has them as a play-in.
Yep.
He must have been watching Braylon Edwards' show because that's what Braylon said. Here we go with rapid fire.
Yep.
Which team has had the best free agency acquisition?
Baltimore Ravens. It's Trey Hendrickson.
Trey Hendrickson.
It's Trey Hendrickson for sure. Like 1,000%. You talk about a defensive end who's averaging 17.5 with the exception of last year because of an injury. A defensive end that we know can bring it. A defensive end that packs his lunch and he plays through the whistle, which I'm very high on. Very high on. He plays through the whistle, plays with a type of dynamic situation that he's going to get to some quarterbacks. I love the fact that he's also from the division. He knows the quarterbacks. Quarterbacks don't change their tendencies.
That's a good point.
Joe Burrow is going to be Joe Burrow. Whoever the hell the Cleveland Browns trot out there is going to be the Cleveland Browns. And then the same thing is going to be for Pittsburgh Steelers, who's going to be Aaron Rodgers yet again. I like Trey Henderson. I like what this does for them. And also, too, they were able to keep those picks.
Mm-hmm.
So you add that deal into it and what he's going to bring to that side of the ball. Trey Henderson, to me, is the best acquisition.
Fills a massive need. Which team has the best free agency class so far?
So this was two. And I got to get my notes on this one, if you will. It came down to these two. There's been some good situations. I think what the Giants have done should be commended a little bit, if you will. I think the Titans are moving down. Titans are making some noise. I like a couple moves by the 49ers. But I'm looking at two. I like the Raiders and I like the Panthers. You look at the Raiders, they had to address some needs, and they may actually have kept Max Crosby. So looking at it through that landscape, I think it has to be them, number one. They add Tyler Linderbaum. Now you're going to draft Fernando Mendoza. Your young quarterback does not have to worry about anything coming from the middle. It's left and right. He's 6'5" and agile. That helps him out tremendously. Kwity Paye is a guy I've been high on. My brother trains him. I always tell you that and I always will. Shout out to Burke, who celebrated a birthday this past Sunday. Kwity Paye. Quay Walker is a linebacker I like from Dallas, who went to the Green Bay Packers. Nakobe Dean is a player that I wanted here. Jalen Naylor is a wide receiver that understands the third role. He's really good in the slots. A lot of mismatches out of that because he's almost more of a number 2/1 on a bad team. And Terry Johnson, Matt Gay. I like the moves they had. They're cooking with grease. They're going. And once again, they kept Max Crosby. On the opposite side, it's the Carolina Panthers. So I guess I'll go one in each division. I like the Jalen Phillips move more than most people. Like, I like it. I don't necessarily know about the price point, which is why he's also the answer to one of these questions. But you add Jalen Phillips with Devin Lloyd, which is the linebacker that I wanted. John Mechie, who played wide receiver with who? You guessed it, Bryce Young. You saw him trying to fill himself back in with the Houston Texans as well as the New York Jets. I like that move. Kenny Pickett as a backup quarterback. I like that move as well, although I don't like him. I like the moves they made.
Luke Fortner, you mentioned. The
and they brought in
Jacksonville.
Forsythe, 100%. Fortner, excuse me, the center. They brought him in. Forsythe, they brought in another tackle as well. I like the moves Carolina made. They went to the playoffs last year after winning the AFC South. I think they're trying to compete, and that's a conference, and that's a division that every year you win 9 games, you won that division. So I think they're making hay in that regard. And don't forget, they already had I always forgot to say his name, Tet. If you will, McMillan.
Tet McMillan. So you're right. I mean, Devin Lloyd, I think they've done a lot, and they've done it with impact players and impact names. It's not that I don't like Jalen Phillips. $120 million for Jalen Phillips, to me, was borderline outrageous considering what he's done. Last year in Philadelphia, when Philadelphia got him, he had 2 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He had 2 sacks for the Eagles. So when people are like, oh, this guy was an impact. If your impact is measured by either pass rushes or hurries or pressures, however you want to phrase it, but also getting to the quarterback, because we've given all, when people credit Aiden Hutchinson all the time for all the pressures, you're like, look, I need you to tackle the quarterback. I need you to sack the quarterback. That's what your job is. I mean, Jalen Phillips, he had 2 sacks with Philadelphia. The most he's ever had in a year is 8.5. He has the same number of sacks in his career as Myles Garrett had last year.
Yeah, Jalen Phillips, what he did to Miami Dolphins, I understand it. And this was, I knew when I said it, I knew you were going to say those things, and I would not be able to dispute them. I would not be able to argue against that. I will just say this. Miami is a dumpster fire. Nobody down there wants to play football. Nobody down there wants to play ball. Nobody down there wants to get better, including the coaches. You move them out there, you take them to a situation in Philadelphia where they're trying to figure out what the hell is good, who's staying, who's coming, and we didn't win out. So I just look at the situations where he were, and I don't want to fully judge him, but you're absolutely correct about everything you said.
I like him. I just don't like him for that price. That's all. All right, next one. Which team has yet to address its biggest need?
Cardinals don't have a quarterback. The Cardinals don't have a quarterback. Like, I get it. You guys are rebuilding. You're figuring it out. You got rid of Kyler Murray. You're trying to figure it out. What are we doing? What are we doing? Cardinals, where's your quarterback at? And the New England Patriots. I know you went out and got Romeo Doubs. You got like 4 guys on the team that do exactly what Romeo Doubs does. Where's the number 1 wide receiver for Drake May?
I'm stunned about Atlanta. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing, especially with Tua Tagovailoa. But anyway.
They need a quarterback for the interim period because Michael Penix is going to come back, and I don't think they wrote him off yet, although they should. I don't think they wrote him off yet. They want to see what he is. So you bring him to it. He doesn't cost you really anything for the deal you made. It's a good deal. He's a left-handed quarterback, so you don't have to change.
Right, because they have 2 lefties.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, now you got lefty. Like, receivers are still catching the passes the same way. The handoff still feels the same for Bijan Robinson. He's taking the center quarterback exchange is still going to be the same. So I don't like it for Tua because I just think he needs to hang him up.
Yeah. They did get a couple of wide receivers, Zacchaeus and Dotson, and then they got Hooper at the tight end.
He's from there, too.
Not the Pistons Hooper, but Austin Hooper. Right. Which unsigned free agent has been the biggest surprise so far?
Rasheed Walker. I thought Rasheed Walker would be gone right now. Tackle for the Green Bay Packers. Tackle was a very pivotal move in terms of the offseason. A lot of tackles were coveted, if you will. But I think because this is a tackle draft.
Yes.
I think a lot of teams are like, I don't want to pay the money that he deserves when we can just go out and draft a guy and we're still kind of unsure about him as well. So I kind of understand it, but I thought he would be gone by now.
Yeah, you could see possibly 5 offensive tackles in the first round and a half.
Kyler Murray was an easy answer, obviously. He'll be signed today by the time. Minnesota's not letting him get out of the building, so no.
Which free agent was paid more than you thought they were worth?
You hit the nail on the head. It's Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips, absolutely, based on merit, based on what he's done, did not deserve 4 years, $120 million. But it's not what you deserve. It's what someone is willing to pay you.
That's right.
And you have a team in the Carolina Panthers. They feel like their time is now. They feel like they want to make some hay. You see all these teams ascending in the NFC every year. I mean, Tampa Bay made some moves. Everybody's making moves. Why not them? It's Jalen Phillips.
Which free agent received a lower deal than you expected? That's the end of rapid fire. Which free agent received a lower deal than you thought?
The linebacker that I wanted. You saw him last year. He had 2 touchdowns. He had 4 interceptions, 3 sacks. He was just all over the place. And that's Devin Lloyd.
Yeah.
I thought Devin Lloyd would garner more, and that's why I think Carolina absolutely got a steal. For what they paid Jalen Phillips, I thought they would have paid
Devin Lloyd that much.
I thought they would play Devin Lloyd more. So now you look at those 2 together, it actually looks a lot better when you look at those 2 together.
Yeah.
So Devin Lloyd was a much better player than I thought he got paid.
You've got some guys who are pretty good at each level for their defense. I mean, interior and on the outside, if Phillips works out, linebacker, and, of course, secondary. Carolina could be one of those teams in the NFC South that continues to rise.
Tariq Woolen's deal was also like, because he got $15 million for 1 year to basically come on and play the slot. But I don't think they'll slot him. I think they'll play Cooper DeJean in the slot and play Tariq on the outside.
Right. I mean, you look at what
That's nasty.
I was going to say. You look at what they've done, and a big reason why they're so tough to beat. You get a first-round pick like they did, right, with Quinyon Mitchell. They get a second-round pick in Cooper DeJean, and now they add that dude. That dude is fire, in the words of Kool-Aid. He's really good.
Look how they're operating though. Like at first they were loaded through. They had like 4 or 5 years ago, they had old secondary, but they had an amazing defensive line. They still have a really good defensive line, but they've offloaded moves. You got rid of Milton Williams last year. You're thinking about getting rid of Jalen Carter. You got rid of Hassan Reddick. You've gotten rid of guys. So now what do? So, well, we can't pay all these guys on this defensive line. Let's bolster up our secondary. Now you got Cooper DeJean that you drafted, Quinyon Mitchell that you drafted, and you went out and got Tariq Woolen for 1 year, $15 million. So now if guys can't get to the quarterback, don't worry, because your guys can defend.
Suddenly the loss of Nakobe Dean, or a couple of years ago the loss of Darius Slay, doesn't feel like it's as impacted as much. All right, when we come back, top 10 free agents on Braylon's board. We've got that after this from Massage Chair and Supreme Lending.
Look, I know you guys want relaxation, and the best place to get it, Massage Chair House right here. Scan that QR code to get a jump on this information. Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills is the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. It features top-tier brands like Infinity and Osaki. You see the Osaki right there in the picture. We got that in our studio right now, and I'm telling you, I doubted at first. I am sorry. I don't doubt you any longer, Massage Chair. Experience the difference with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc and creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at The Wellness Doc. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Sub-zero, icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-zero.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
It's game on at Art & Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art & Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got
Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Hold up. Show it
Bye,
to him.
y'all.
Hey, Michigan sports.
You know what time it is?
Hall of
HOF,
Fame,
man.
gotta recognize.
Hey, look,
Ooh,
man.
you got some goodies over here, huh?
Look, I put that work in on the field. You know what time it is, but that's besides the point. This is about family. This is about the city. This is about my team, and my team includes Woodward Sports. Oh, my God. I got my boy Brandon Dent in the building. KG over there, man.
Sir.
Same show. This is just a blessing to be here, man. Blessing to be with my fan. Yo, Woodward Sports, you never know what the F is going on, but it's always going to be good, though. Tell you.
Let's go.
Tell you.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face. New focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Buying a home or refinancing is a big decision, and just like in sports, you need the right team behind you. It's all about the right team, not the right people, but the right team. That's why we're proud to welcome Supreme Lending to Woodward Sports family. Saw them yesterday on Big D Energy. If you guys had a chance, Chris and Chad, they do a hell of a job. As a full-service lender, they boast a 99% close-on-time rate and a 97% customer satisfaction score. But here's a game changer. When you apply for an eligible loan, mention Woodward Sports and you'll receive up to $500 off your appraisal. The score is the deal. Call the numbers on the screen and talk to Chad and Chris at Supreme Lending today.
Trustworthy gentlemen. Got nice smiles. All right.
Not everybody's trustworthy.
Not everybody is, but those guys are.
Thanks
to everybody in the chat, by the way. We want to thank you for giving us a little bit of your time. And am I up? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Thanks for giving some of your time to the Braylon Edwards Show. We know you have choices. We know that your time is valuable, so it means a lot to us. Trust me when I tell you that, for you to be part of the show. Let's finish with your top 10 free agents and why so far in the National Football League.
You could put the moves. You could put the list up there. Yep, we could do that one. Honorable mention. This is one of those moves that I was keeping my eye on from afar. I thought the Lions could do something with Bradley Chubb, who 8.5 sacks last year, didn't play in 24. I thought this could be a big-time season for him with the Lions. You talking about playing the run. Bradley Chubb plays the run as well as the pass. Could be more. Anyway, that's honorable mention. Coming in number
and it's not a bad contract.
Not at all.
It's not bad at all.
No.
So that would have been something I would have been welcome to.
I think that's another one. It's always going to be another thing. It's another thing.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that bothers me as well as fans, and rightfully so, a lot of these deals that you're seeing out of these second-tier players that maybe used to be one or are strong tiers, they weren't expensive deals.
I know.
There's a lot of deals that have been done where you're like, and this is one of them. All right, number 10.
Sounds like a crow. Go ahead.
Tyreek Woolen. 1 year, $15 million deal with the Eagles. I think this is a really good deal for the Eagles. I think this is a good deal for Tyreek Woolen. This is a prove-it deal, if you will. After the season, he may get paid somewhere else, but right now for what the Eagles are, now you shore up that secondary 3. That might be one of the best triple head monsters as it relates to the DB position. Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, and then Tyreek Woolen now as a 3. I think this is a really good move for the Eagles, who already have a really good defense.
I agree with that.
Number 9. This is Odafe Owe.
You like him.
I do. I absolutely do. He plays the game aggressively and strong, and the thing about him, too, he's still figuring out how to play this game. He's still coming to his own. Dan Quinn is going to get the most out of him. Look for him to be a guy that wreaks havoc in that NFC East this year.
Okay, that's number 9. What's number 8?
Number 8 is Mike Evans. Now, the Mike Evans deal would have been higher on this list if they had already re-signed Trent Williams. I don't know what Trent Williams is going to do. You lose Trent Williams, that changes the complexity of the offensive line and that team. For me, Brock Purdy, he never has to worry about what's coming off the left because you got one of the greatest to ever do it. But I digress talking about Trent. Now we talk about Mike. He's a guy like Devontae Adams. This is what they want him in that role for. He's a guy, when they get inside that red zone, he's going to find his way to the end zone. 106 career touchdowns. When he's healthy, he makes it happen. Last year was the first year that he did not go over 1,000 yards, so still tied with Jerry Rice at 11 seasons in a row.
Only because he was injured.
Only because he was injured.
Yeah.
And he got injured against who?
Yeah.
You guessed it.
He's a
Detroit
security
Lions.
blanket.
Yeah.
Right.
1,000%. So I
one.
like this move at 8.
Right. 7?
7. It's Cade Mays. For everything that I said about the Detroit Lions, we understand what the offensive line has been when Detroit was their best. I think he is that piece to help that offensive line mixed in with whatever they do in the draft. But hear me when I say this. Hank Fraley is going to get the best out of Cade Mays this year. He's going to be a better player than he was for the Carolina Panthers, and Jared Goff gets rid of the ball a lot faster than Bryce Young, so you don't have that worry about that as well.
I think it's a really good deal. I agree. 6.
Yep. Sticking with the center concept, I like Tyler Biadasz. 1,000%. You look at what that offensive line is going to be for the Chargers with a healthy Joe Alt, a healthy Rashawn Slater, and now you got Tyler Biadasz from the Commanders in the middle protecting Justin Herbert. Maybe this season there won't be any excuses because Justin Herbert's one of those Lamar Jackson type quarterbacks, Josh Allen, where it's like, well, this happened and that happened and he got hurt.
A lot
and he
has to
played
go right for him.
100%. This year, there won't be any excuses for Justin Herbert. Tyler Biadasz in the middle, I think it shores that up for him.
All right, number 5. Who are the top 5? I'm excited to see this.
So many offensive linemen in here. Malik Willis.
Ooh.
Malik Willis at the number 5 spot. Look, I know they didn't go out and get a quarterback that's going to go in there and you believe is going to get you 5,000 yards. That's not what it's about. It's about for the price point and the move and the leadership. There's a reason why he is in Green Bay. There's a reason why he was a highly touted QB this offseason. Jeff Hafley, the defensive coordinator, you know where he was at last year. He was in Green Bay. And you know what he had to watch? He had to watch Malik Willis tear his teams up for the last 2 years. This guy with the Dolphins is going to work. They got themselves a professional. And also, too, he's lightweight gifted. He's got some stuff to him.
Yeah, he can throw it and he can run it. I think it's too much, but that's the going rate. And like you say, it depends on what people are willing to he's 3-3 in his career as a starter, but he can play, no question. All right, number 4.
22, yeah, all right.
K9.
K9. I think this is an excellent move. What have the Kansas City Chiefs lacked consistency in the era of Mahomes? The quarterback position. Here's another stat. Who leads the Kansas City Chiefs in rushing almost every season, every single season? It's Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
So now you get K9, man. You got a guy that's going to run like a dog, a guy that's going to be here, a guy that's physical, a guy can shoulder the load.
He's a pro.
100%. He's a pro's pro. I think this is what they need. And also, Eric Bieniemy is back.
That's
with
right.
the Kansas City Chiefs, and I think he will have some interesting things. 4 teams playing against K9 this season.
I
So
like all that.
This really could have been a higher.
Could have been higher, yeah.
Could have been higher on that list.
It's a great fit, but it's in the top 5. What's number 3?
I can never make Sparks that high. Okay, I'm just joking.
How about number 3?
Number 3.
There's your guy.
Come on, man. You knew he was in there somewhere.
Makes sense, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I've already talked about him enough. I don't think I've ever mentioned Devin Lloyd's name as much as I did today.
Yeah.
That's the deal at number 3.
He's a hell of a player. I'm surprised they let him go. Who's number 2?
Tyler Linderbaum. Tyler Linderbaum, man, like legitimately, when you have money, this was the move to make. He's going to shore it up. He's going to make sure that young fella, Fernando Mendoza, has no problems, and he is a mountain.
It is. I think it's too much. $27 million.
But they had it though.
They had it. The highest paid was Creed Humphrey at 18.5. He's at 27. But the Raiders, to their credit, they're going to help their young quarterback, not by wide receivers per se. They got Ashton Genty last year. They can help him up front and on defense. How about number 1?
And the last thing about Tyler Linderbaum and that deal is the same thing that every owner goes through with when they do these huge deals. The Jared Goff deal in terms of renegotiating, restructuring. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a part of the initial contract. Mm-hmm. That was already done. It just was up to Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, to pull the trigger on that one, and that's going to be the same with Tyler Linderbaum.
Right on.
Like they already have a plan in place to restructure once Fernando Mendoza and whoever else gets closer to it.
And it's not a long-term commitment. It's 3 years. Okay, and number 1.
For the same things I said earlier about Trey Henderson, I love the deal. I love the player. I love the fact that he's in the same division, and I love that you don't have to go get Max Crosby, and you get a guy that's not as good as Max, but you're talking about getting to the quarterback. He's done it better than Max for the past 4 years.
Also something to prove. Don't kid yourself. And
it's the type of person and player he is.
And you get a different organization where they're and a defensive-minded guy in Jesse Minter. It's a good fit for him. I was surprised he got 4 years, but good for him.
He's just legitimately been looking for somebody to invest in him. Mm-hmm. Like that's all he wanted out of Cincinnati Bengals. Hey, look, man, I love it here. I love it in Ohio. My wife loves it here. Like I've done everything right by you guys. Like just invest in me, and you'll get the best version.
Right
like, I don't think we've seen the best version of Trey Henderson. I think you might see it this year.
Tomorrow we'll get another best version of the Braylon Edwards Show. Doc will join us tomorrow, but we're going to have some NFL records that Braylon never thinks will be broken. The best most loyal fan bases in the NFL, and we will have Build It with Braylon tomorrow. We had just too much good stuff today.
It's been a fun show.
Yeah, it's been a good one.
You know what, Michael Wary, $2 super chat in the show says, "Thank you, chat. We made our double like goal today. Good job. Doubled up.
Couldn't have done it without you, Michael, and all those great people in the chat. Whether you agree with us or not, we do really appreciate everything that you bring to the table every single day. You're the reason we do this. Have a great day. The heavyweights later on today.
Shout out to that.
And we'll see you tomorrow, 2 o'clock.
See ya!
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep. Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.